Yo, we here. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, and tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. This might be risky. This is episode 157 of the Wednesday show. Specific.
Shit like that.
Actually, gonna be one extra show this week. Consider I did 2 on Monday.
Shit like that.
Of the fights. You feel me?
Perfect.
I don't feel good, but the show must go on.
Shit like that.
UT was popping. It was goody, man. It was good to see you in Houston, man. How's everything?
Everything good, man. Everything good. It was nice to see everybody, man. We had a good time, man. I ain't had a good time like that in a minute because I don't too much go to many places, but that was a good time.
Yeah, man. Nah, that's real shit, man. That shit make you wanna good weekends like that make you wanna get out, like travel a little bit more. Feel me? It be the rigmarole of traveling, like flights, and gotta coordinate the kids and shit. But once you get out, you out. You know what I mean? Like it's just a matter of getting on that plane. Feel me?
Yeah, I ain't even think about having no kids when I was there. I was like, shit, we just out here live. Shit, I wouldn't even think about that shit.
Hey man, fuck them kids. What's up? CJ was popping.
Shit like that.
What's the deal? Y'all can still hear me, right?
Yeah. Why you trying to make your voice deeper, my nigga? We know your voice ain't deep.
Feel me? Can I play the role, bro? God damn. See how you got me excited? Now my shit go high as shit. I get excited. That fast, feel me? All right, let me calm down, relax, feel me? But yeah, everything was good over the weekend. It's nice to see everybody.
Yeah, man. Nah, that shit was the dopest shit in the world. So far, and this might be risky. You 2-0, huh?
Shit like that.
Yes, sir.
What if I set you a fight with a weight disparity? Are you good with that?
You a real fighter?
This nigga's scared.
Hell no, I'm not good with that. Fuck you talking about? There's weight classes for a reason, motherfucker.
This nigga's
Damn, man. Arnold, man, what's popping for the next one, man? You down or what?
I'll be there. I'm trying to keep it on this side of the Mississippi. You know what I'm saying? That flight, I ain't messing with no long flights, bro.
Yo, it's only 6 hours to DC, my nigga.
6 hours?
Yeah. Yeah, 6 hours. Why? If you buy the flight now, you can get the first class ticket.
I ain't trying to sit down nowhere for 6 hours.
Yo, trust me. You could do it. You never went to school?
What you talking about?
I'm saying at school, you sit down, you go, all you do is walk to the class, boom, sit down. You go to lunch, boom, sit down. Like, what you mean?
Don't nobody sit down for 6 hours in school.
You could get up and walk around though in the plane.
Y'all know it ain't really 6 hours.
From California?
It's not a 6 hour flight. The time changes, guys. That's
why that shit is 6 hours in the air.
Coast to coast.
6 hours.
Yeah, I think it's like 6 hours because Vegas is about that.
You think because the time changed, the time stopped?
No, it don't stop. It don't stop. It does not take 6 hours to get from the East Coast to the West Coast to the plane.
Bro, you could have just let it go. We are not saying time travel. We saying take a flight from California to DC. That's all we saying, bro.
It does not take 6 hours to get from one coast to the other coast, guys. In a plane.
No, I think it was like a 5-hour flight for us. And I was coming from Vegas.
Yeah, they went from Vegas to Houston.
No, Vegas to Philly. Vegas to Philly.
Vegas to Philly. Yeah, yeah. And they what? That's what, an hour closer, right? Essentially, hour and a half.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, because that's what you can drive. What part of California can you drive to? Vegas in like 2.5 hours or something like that.
San Bernardino.
Yeah, San Bernardino. LA, it's like 4 hours. So.
Okay, yeah. So, hell yes, that shit's far. Damn. So, Ro, you flew before, right?
Of course, I've flown before.
So let me get it straight. It take 2.5 hours to fly from Baltimore to Florida, but somehow you don't think it's gonna take to fly across the whole country?
I didn't take my flight from Atlanta to Vegas was 4 hours.
Atlanta's like in the middle of the country, bro.
So not 6 hour flight. Okay.
Yes, you add the two, bro.
Ro trolling us? What's happening, Ro? Why you doing that? Ro, what's popping?
What's going on, fellas and sis and Alex? It's Wednesday.
Yeah, man.
The
Salute,
chat.
man. What you been up to, man? You ducked me yesterday. You blew me
I
off
was
yesterday.
tired.
Yeah, man. I get it, man.
Get him in the fucking bedroom. Get him out of here. Come on. Wait a minute.
We say all that noise.
I said what's popping, Kermie.
Oh, not much. Just here. Hey, everyone.
Hush. Alex.
Hey, panel. Hey, chat.
What's up, man? How you feeling today, man?
I've been better.
Yeah?
I feel like this conversation is going to piss me off a little bit, so I'm trying to stay calm.
Damn.
Trying.
No, not yet, Alex.
I feel it.
Damn, man. How late did you stay up last night?
Probably till like 12, and then I got back up at like 3 something, and I checked it, and then I saw it, and I was just like,
How'd you feel
really?
initially?
I was shocked.
You were shocked you took an L?
No, it was really just like, really, y'all? Did y'all forget what happened when we were under him? Like, did y'all forget what happened?
What happened? Nothing happened.
CJ? No.
What happened?
I thought everything was good. I wasn't talking about what happened. Shit was smooth.
She did that. Why you did like that?
We all of a sudden got amnesia, but it just today.
Well, Alex, you know what? Before I start my questions, what happened?
Kamala lost.
No. What happened under Trump when he was first in that motherfucker?
What didn't happen?
Nah, hold on. The white people activated they racist shit again.
They what?
It was a chaotic time for America. The stuff with immigration, Roe versus Wade, it was just too many things. Just too many things. January 6th, like, oh my goodness. This is too much.
Alex swears she was just in so much distress with all this stuff was going on.
CJ,
she was just like her life was just in so much turmoil because of all of this stuff. Like, what are you talking about?
It was a lot. I live right outside of DC, so when January 6th happened, we're literally like miles away. Like, it was crazy as hell. Got my COVID shot that day, came back, sat down, and shit hit the fan.
Yeah, and you can't let nobody stealing from Walmart talk to you like that.
I don't steal from Walmart no more.
He said no more. What just happened?
So you feel sad today?
I don't know if sad is the word. I think it's more disappointed. Disappointed more than anything.
Who are you disappointed in?
After seeing the polls, let me say this. Disappointed because I don't feel like she was set up for success with the short amount of time. And I think that's kind of on the Democratic Party. Biden should have been gone a long time ago, but that's another situation in itself. But when I saw the rates for the Latino men, I was like, y'all really think he's for you? Because he's not. And that, like, white people are going to do what they're going to do. I'm glad that the black man did come out for Kamala. But when I saw the rates for the Latino man, I was like, wow, he's not for you.
Okay. So when you looked at the voting and you saw black men at only, was it 23%?
23%, I think, voted for Trump.
Yeah. You got the thing I sent you?
I'm not looking at them. Bro, I get 100 messages a day. You gotta put it in the back chat.
No, because I sent it to you. I don't know how to.
Let me see.
Let me see. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend, and tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most.
Here we go. Oh, that's not the one that I saw.
This is his race altogether. Oh no, this is Clinton. So this is the old one. All right, let me find it. But tell me what you were thinking when you saw the breakdown.
And maybe it's just my algorithm of people that I was following on social media, but I saw a lot more Black men from back home being like, I'm for Trump, all these things. And it's just like, for what, for why? Especially knowing he doesn't benefit you. But I'm not Latina, so I'm not necessarily tapped into their culture, but he shitted on y'all throughout his entire presidency. And y'all still went and voted for him. And I work with people who are Latino, and I'm just sitting there and I'm just like, how? And what's interesting to me is that I felt like a lot of people were private Trump supporters. And I'm not going to say anybody on this chat here. The individual who did not vote, who wasn't trying to just be forthcoming about who he would have voted for if he voted. I'm just saying.
The problem,
Just be proud about how you think.
one of the problem is though, Alex is trying to tell people what to be offended by. He's shitting on y'all, but if they didn't see him as shitting on them, why would they feel that way? If they was like, nah, he's not shitting on us. He telling the truth, or he's spitting facts. But women want to be like, oh no, how could you accept him doing that, saying the truth about y'all? Like, it's a weird dynamic that you want to tell people that they should be offended by something.
Mm-hmm.
But see, I thought he was saying something about the illegal immigrants, not the actual just people that was already here, right?
Yeah, he was, but as Alex just stated, she felt like most Latinos should be offended by it.
Right. That's what I'm
If they
agreeing with
not
you.
offended
I'm
by
agreeing
it,
with you.
yeah, I feel you. But if they're not offended by it, why would you think they should be offended by it? That's like somebody's. It's weird.
It's not, because when we're having these conversations, right? When I'm hearing of the conversations that are going on, they are lumping all of them together. Mexicans, Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, even though we know there's a clear difference, and we know that some are here who have born and raised here, some here are citizens, and then some aren't here. Some are here undocumented, right? But when we're talking about the mass, he's grouping them all together. He is. And I just don't see how that, I don't see, seemingly to me, I don't see how that's not offensive.
Well, maybe the Latinos or whatever demographic you're talking about, maybe they had the discernment to understand he's not grouping them all together. He's labeling whichever ones he's labeling as which, and they're not offended by it. They're saying he's not talking about me because I'm not one of those people, and they're not offended. But some people would like to say, hey, you should be offended because he's talking about a sector of y'all. But I don't care about that sector. He should talk about that sector. That's the problem. People think, hey, he's talking about a sector of people of y'all people, so all y'all should be offended. No, that's not how it works. Go ahead. Sorry.
Well, so I guess Alex, when he said, well, because Tony Hinchcliffe said Puerto Rico was a floating pile of garbage, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is your sentiment that all Latinx people should have been offended?
I would say so, yes, or at least all Puerto Ricans.
Well, what I'm asking is, what about all Latin people? Should they have been offended?
In this country, I would say yes, because it wasn't just about Puerto Ricans that he's spoken about. Not in this instance with when the comedian made the joke, but even when I think about when there were situations going on, when dealing with people at the border and they were and ICE was catching them. I don't want to say catch, but when ICE was obtaining them and they were going ahead and you're putting kids in cages, like all of the things that went on. They're talking about they're thugs, they're murderers, they're drug dealers, they're all of these things. Like, he's talking about y'all, and you all are being lumped in a group together. So for me, I just feel like if I was someone who was Latina, you're not going to talk about us like that. Like, no. Just as the same as with Black people. If we are all lumped together in this country, you are either seen as Latina, you are seen as Black, you are seen as Asian, or you are seen as white. It doesn't matter where specifically you come from. That is how you are grouped.
Okay,
And this is a
right.
time
And
where
this is
people
what I
need to be
think.
united.
This is one of the problems, and I think women think like this. This is how
Mhm.
the sisterhood works. It's like you're talking, we defend it, but that's not how men think, and that's how like society should be ran. Like, no, people need to be able to talk about the bad sectors or the bad parts about a thing without everybody being offended because you're saying it. Like, especially if it's true. We don't get offended by the truth. Well, we do, but we shouldn't be. We shouldn't be offended by the truth. It's
Do
not.
and shouldn't be are two different things.
It's not a floating pile of garbage in the middle of the ocean. It's not the truth.
That's just an opinion, though. So
it's not an opinion. Respectful.
That's definitely an opinion.
It shouldn't be said.
That's like saying anywhere that Black people live is a trash place to live just because Black people are there.
You can't. How could you make that correlation? You can't say this. You can't say him saying that one island is a floating piece of shit, and that's his opinion. And then correlated to saying all Black everywhere Black people live is whatever you just said. It doesn't. That's
I'm
not
saying
a good correlation.
if he said that, you would be cool with it. You would just say, "Oh, it's not true. That's his opinion."
Or you would say he ain't talking about me though.
Repeat the question. Repeat it again.
So you would accept the disrespect about where you live?
No, what he said. If he said what?
Everywhere that Black people live is a piece of trash.
I would have to look at it objectively, and if it was true, I would be like, "Shit, that nigga telling the truth." But if it's not true, then I would be like, we can't listen to this motherfucker. He just saying a bunch of bullshit. It's called it being objective. Like, people can't be objective. They want us to be so just ingrained in the group that we can't see things objectively.
But see,
I don't think that way.
But see, that's the issue though, right? When it's time for us to be united, we're not. And I don't think that just
we are.
People.
No, we are when it's time to be united. That's yes, we are.
No, we're not. No, we're not.
When the shit happened in Vegas, hold on. When the shit happened in Vegas, when with the Mandalay Bay shooting thing, the people were united. They said stand strong, Vegas strong. People are united when it's time to be united. But when they don't agree with what you're saying, with your stance, then you can't tell people to be offended about something that they're not offended by. That's just what it is.
So let me ask you this: to the Vegas strong, what were they standing strong about?
About the shooting that happened in Vegas at the Mandalay Bay.
Okay, so what about the shooting were they standing strong about?
It's just a way to support the people that lost lives, that was affected by the tragedies. They were showing support, like what happened in the Twin Tower things. People show support. People donated, show support. People
and then they
show
go
support.
right back, and then they go right back. And when it comes time to make a difference and to do something, such as when we're speaking of the Vegas shooting that happened at their concert, when it comes time for gun reform, are those people Vegas strong? Are they coming out when it's time to vote? Are they doing
maybe they don't believe in gun reform. Maybe they don't believe that's the answer.
But then, so what are we saying?
Just because you believe that's the answer, don't believe.
Strong for? We can't
because they want to show their support about what happened. That don't mean they think taking away everyone's guns is the answer to the it's the solution to the problem.
No,
what you're saying no, but it's the truth. Like you think that's the solution. You think that's the solution, but it's not. So you think everybody should stand with your solution, but we don't. Everybody they got their own. You're not standing with their solution. They have solutions that you're not standing with.
So
you're saying that's not the answer.
Vegas strong, what are we really saying? When
we're saying we support.
If I am a Black woman and y'all are okay, I'm a woman and I'm Black, right? So when we're talking about women, for me, I understand that deep rooted, if we're breaking down the group of women, there are Black women, Hispanic women, Asian women, all of the things, right? But me as a woman, I'm standing up when it comes down to the big time to make things happen for women in general. Then you go and you get into the subcategories of things. So if I am Puerto Rican and I am identified as Latina, Latino, whatever the case is, you're talking about my island or my country. And if someone is over here from El Salvador, you're talking about Hispanic country or whatever the case is, you're also talking about me. And as a Latina, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to come in and I'm going to ride for my fellow people. That's just what it is. Same if I was Black.
That's kind of hard to do though, because that's then nothing, because you saying like we got to come together no matter what, and that's That's not how stuff works.
That's not what I'm saying. When it comes time to come together, we do not.
And I was going to say, let me speak to this. The Vegas strong is people realizing a tragedy occurred, and we're going to send support. We're going to donate. We're going to try to make the people that was affected by this tragedy ease their pain. It's not. It has nothing to do with changing the gun laws, or it might, if that's what people think the solution might be, so the thing won't occur again. But that's not everyone's solution. That's your solution, Alex.
So we put up. So again, we put up a hashtag. We say Vegas strong, right?
Yes,
and it's
that's the
it's
support.
unfortunate, and that's not a solution. That is just the hashtag. That's promoting it. But now we need to have action behind it. What is the action behind it? It's not enough to say Vegas strong. What is the action?
People
behind
donating.
it?
People
so that
donating.
The situation doesn't happen again.
Well,
Okay,
your solution is just your solution, though. But
after that?
I understand that. But they made security tighter. You can't, like, they make shit. They check people luggage when they check in the hotels. That's what part of the solutions were. Not just taking away everyone.
Was that the last mass shooting?
I don't think so.
Okay,
but that was the last one in Vegas at a hotel. Yeah, so yes, that's the answer. Is yes.
So I don't think y'all would want it.
So it solved that problem. So people aren't just checking in hotels and gunning people down from their rooftop. That was a solution. It wasn't to take away everyone's guns.
How do you? Why is this an example? What is this example doing though?
Well, CJ brought it up, so you have to ask him.
What's the correlation with the example? The Vegas strong, like how are you tying that back?
She was saying show support or something about showing support. That's how I brought that up. Like people show support when things happen. That's how she said. She said when it's time to stand together, people don't.
But think about this. Think about this. All right. So this is the example. Okay. So the example's here. Vegas strong. If people came out and like it's Sin City, what do you expect? Would people have been like, oh yeah, it is Sin City, so yeah, these motherfuckers getting shot up makes sense. That's how you would have to apply the example, essentially.
So you
it would be somebody coming out after being like, they shouldn't have been in Sin City. That's what they get. It's a shithole. With that, would you then be objectively, well, yeah, it is Sin City. It is this, that, and the third. So therefore, things like this happen in places like that. I'm just trying to understand the example to apply it. Like I don't understand. I don't know how we got to that Vegas example.
Well,
they got lost in the conversation.
I actually disagree. I disagree with you, Alex. I think when Ham put the stats up, I think we did support each other. I think we all voted according to the lines that we felt we needed to vote for. I was impressed that we did that. But on the other side of that, they all stuck with each other as well. So if you look at the stats, that's amazing because it seems like all minorities stuck with each other and stuck behind VP Harris, whereas our Caucasian brothers and sisters over there stuck with their skin color. And he outperformed, right? He outperformed because they all stuck together. Unlike that so-called polls where, white women were talking about, I don't want to lose my right to my body and everything. Mm-hmm. That didn't happen. So I think we did stick together.
But it's 50% of Latino men. That's a huge number.
That is, and they explained why. They explained why him. They said
I don't need them to tell me anything. 45% is a huge number.
It is.
They didn't stick together.
Well, we did stick. I mean, it's 51% of them that voted along the majority.
Understood. But if you bring historical data into play, right, and you make it empirical and you start to compare, 45% is it. You can't. If you owe me $100, you can't give me $51.
That's true.
I'm just saying that shit is crazy.
I mean, I mean that's true.
But
are y'all looking at the number on the left?
The thing is, though, sorry, can I?
What
What are we
looking
sticking
at
together on?
Let Arnold go real quick, CJ.
So the number on the left show you exactly like how much of the voting population those demographics are. So if we're not carrying more than 50% of the white vote, right, it's gonna be hard to win the election anyway. That's I guess that's the issue.
Yes.
So we could carry, the Latino votes, but I don't even know if that number got to 80% for all of them, how much that would affect the election because there are so many white people in this country.
Right.
So that's where the election breaks down.
Right.
And then, so that's when people say we're not a monolith. If we're not a monolith, we can't control politics.
No, not at all. Because there's always going to be more of them than us.
Yeah, if we're not a block, we could get ignored how we get ignored.
And the thing is, what are we sticking together on? What basis? On just our skin color, or like should men stick together on the basis of their gender, or should people think together on or stick together on the basis of what they believe in? Like
you would have to tell us what do the black men who vote Republican believe in?
The Trumpers.
Well, I think he said we need to stick together because they're stuck on the Democratic Party. So they're saying, hey, stick together. Oh,
that's not what I asked you. What does the black Republican believe in?
I don't. That's Arnold. All black Republicans don't believe in the same thing.
Yes, y'all do.
No, we don't.
Y'all say the same exact thing.
All right. Well, I can't talk to
so what do black men that for the Democratic Party believe in it?
So I'm saying, as far as what I'm concerned about, right, is the policies, right, that affect black people as far as things that black people need. Because you can't tell me that, we don't need nothing if we've been in a deficit, right, since we got here. So if the white man's, if his platform is pull yourself up by the bootstrap, ain't nothing holding you back, but they've been holding us back this whole time, and that's what y'all down for, I can't rock with that. To act like,
so what you think Kamala been doing? What has she been doing for the black man that you can say that you can trust what she even said in the first place? What has she done you can say
I'm talking about Kamala is pushing a Democratic platform.
Right. So but it would be hers, right?
Yeah, I'm saying that she carrying the water for the Democrats. She a basic run-of-the-mill Democrat, just like they've been for the last 20 years.
So, but have they helped us since, like, men? Because I can see, only thing I see with women is the women and the perception that she's black.
No.
The stuff that I've seen in her.
No, the issue I'm having with the black Republicans, the Republican platform said you don't need any help.
So
pull
what
yourself up by your bootstraps, right? But then when y'all talk to us, the Democrats, y'all say, what are they doing for y'all? But y'all the same ones that say we don't need anything from anybody.
That's not what we say. That's the thing. The thing is, we say we understand that people have been put in situations. Yes, help may be needed, but there's a lot of opportunity out here for you to be sitting there just stuck in one place saying, oh, it's woe is me, woe is me. Like, no, it's so many opportunities. It's a lot of opportunities to fix the situation that you're in.
So
it's not saying, oh, we don't see the reason why you're in the situation you're in, or we don't say, hey, maybe this person might need some help, but this person, like, everybody can't be getting help because they're stuck. Like, it doesn't make sense, Arnold.
So let me ask this question: Can anybody tell me what policies either one of them had?
I don't know specific, like.
She had the policy about giving the small businesses loans. She had the tax credit situation for those small businesses that black men said they want to create.
Right. So what policy did Trump present?
He had a immigration policy, I guess.
What was the immigration policy?
I'm talking about a policy that affected you as a black man, because the topic is you as black men. So what was
that affects us as black? That affects all of America. I'm an American. Wait. But that's the thing. We want to differentiate from us being black people and Americans.
I know, CJ, but you just said earlier
issues, like if Americans have issues, they won't affect us because we're black people in America.
I know, but you said earlier that we should be voting on things that affect us individually. That's what you said earlier, right?
I don't think I
So
said that.
you
did.
did.
Oh, did I?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
So
it
what
still affects us.
policy?
It still affects us though. Everything, like if we live in America, American policies affect us.
So what she's asking is, what specifically about Trump made you say, okay, I'm going to vote for you because what you're doing is going to affect me personally? What personally is going to affect you as a black man when you vote for Trump?
At the immigration policy,
What
people are going
about
to take that as
immigration?
an answer. If you limit the number of people in the country, the immigrants coming over, that will create more jobs for black people like myself. I'm black, right?
Are you employed?
I'm employed currently, yes.
Okay. Well, what job do they have that you want?
Um, none currently.
Okay, then.
But it
That's
still
not.
open up other if even though I'm kind of impartial on all of it, but if we talking logically, if they're not here, it will still open up jobs for people that don't have jobs, right?
So what
Wouldn't
Okay.
that
jobs?
So
still open up
Thank you.
jobs?
My
are they
cousin,
going to be?
my friends, everybody, people around me need jobs. Y'all
I
act
know,
like
but are
it's
they
me.
going to go? Are they going to go and get the jobs? I use this example all the time. I'm from Atlanta. I'm sitting at a Home Depot and I see the Latino men running to the construction trucks, wanting to go get the job for the day. The black man sitting there talking about he needs to go to Quick Trip and get his coffee. He's not running to the
Okay,
truck.
I can answer this easily. You got the Mexicans that move your shit at Home Depot, right? Now Hemp owns a moving company, doesn't he?
He does.
Okay, so aren't those Mexicans taking away work from Hemp?
Why would they
What?
be taking away work from him? If
He's
Because
anything,
getting
if he was the owner,
if they could get the Mexicans to do it on the corner, then Hemp they don't need Hemp business.
That's true, but he has employees.
right?
And they employees can't get paid if they don't got no work. If they can hire the Mexicans on the corner to do it for $50.
Yeah,
That's a
we
good
Thank
point.
experienced
you.
that.
Shit is fucking y'all crazy.
My
We
point is,
experienced that. They probably have the people who do that type of work for those low numbers. They probably have 10% market share, which for a small entrepreneur is a lot because we're competing with van lines who probably have 60% market share. So people will roll the dice and go to Home Depot or go to these little companies that charging, $30 an hour for 3 men because the benefits outweigh the cost, right? They take the risk reward aspect. So we see it. We get affected by it for sure. And my guys get paid hourly. They don't have salaries. So they get paid when they work. Go ahead,
Let me
so.
ask. Can I ask the women a quick? Like, why did y'all like? Because I know people y'all gonna try to bring in the policies, but if it just was a regular a white woman or a white man that was still saying the same thing Kamala was saying, would y'all have voted for them?
Yes. Yes.
Because I don't,
so
and I might believe y'all. I'm not gonna say that y'all lying. What I'm saying is I don't see that from the rest of the country where people just saying they voting because of the policies.
so
They
for
not
me,
voting. A lot of people not voting because of the policy. They voting because she's a woman, she's black, and she support the gays.
I agree
That's
with
what
you.
a lot of people are supporting for.
I agree with you, but for me, I come from a different perspective. I I have to look at it about options, and we have to begin to look at things in that perspective. If because the Republicans are gonna take over the House, the Senate, the presidency, and the Supreme Court. There's no checks and balances, ladies and gentlemen. There's no checks and balances. He can do what he want to do. They can create policy for him to stay in office as long as they want. They can create policies, legislation for them to stay in those positions for as long as they want. It takes options off. That
So
is the issue. That's why I voted for her.
the I guess so the I guess the issue I have with the Republicans is the same people as the Confederates, right? So that's like saying me coming out of slavery as a black man, and then being like, yeah, I'm gonna rock with y'all. To me, they the same people right now. They don't say the stuff, but it's the same exact people.
I don't know
When
if
they
that's
had
a
their
hard.
chance, when Trump got in office last time, they showed you how they felt. they came out the woodworks and said, okay, we can rock now. That's who. When I see y'all talking like that, that's who y'all voting with.
That's a horrible argument, Arnold. You just voting off emotion. You just rocking with emotion. They remind me of the Confederate Party. Like, that's an emotional argument that sounds ridiculous, pretty much.
It's the same exact white people.
But it's white people on both sides. So like,
but I'm saying
what we doing right now. What I just heard from Arnold, what I just heard from you is, okay, I know that the Republican, the biggest racist. But the only thing that the Democratic Party do, they the same people. They just do it. They give you the fluff. They give you the fantasy. They doing both of them doing the same thing.
I guess my issue. So you saying that you okay with voting with Massa?
You okay with voting with Massa?
I'm not voting with Massa. The party
yes, you did, because if you voted for the Democrats, you voted with Massa.
The party that represents the white racist man, right, with his lineage, they're Republicans now. Don't be obtuse and act like you don't know that.
Oh no, I'm not saying I don't know that. What I'm saying is, because in the back chat, y'all, Alex know what I said. I really didn't care, because I think both of them do the same shit.
So let me ask you this then: if we're just going basically just on the candidate, are you okay in supporting a man who put out an article in support of the killing of 5 young Black boys? Are you in support of that? Are you okay with that?
Oh my goodness. Can I answer this?
No. Just it's a yes or no question.
At the time, he thought they was guilty. So yeah, he did what he said with the premise that they were guilty. Like, if you think somebody did it,
you talking about the Central Port 5?
Yeah, like that's
it's a yes or no. It's a yes or no. It's a yes or no.
These emotional arguments be crazy.
It's
like,
not
if
emotional.
I think somebody did something heinous, and I say something when I think in my mind they did something heinous, and I say something crazy, this motherfucker should die. And then years later, I found out they didn't do the shit that I thought they did. So y'all gonna keep holding it against me? You said that he should die. Like,
are you okay with the yes or no?
I was okay with it when he said it. When he thought they should be. When he thought they did what they did.
Were you okay with when he was running the housing?
I wasn't even alive when he did that.
When he was running his housing unit, were you okay with him purposely not renting to Black people? Were you okay with that? Is that okay with you?
That's not okay. If he did that, no, it's not okay.
Are you okay with him saying that if your Black ass gets shot by the police, it doesn't matter because he's going to give them full immunity? Are you okay with that?
He never said that. Why are you making stuff up, Alex?
He did. Are you okay with that?
He didn't say that. He didn't say your Black ass get shot. It's okay because I'm giving police immunity.
Exactly. Like, why are you just making all this shit up?
Wait. Let's not make it a mess. Well, so in terms of the immunity, once you dive into it, Alex, it's from civil suit, not from criminal. So like what the immunity was for the police officers to be pursued civilly was what that largely was regarding, not the criminal aspect of it.
Okay.
So let me ask you this, Alex. So by that same regard, what you said that about him, are you okay with her prosecuting the most Black men and when she was a attorney?
No.
See, that's what I'm saying. So we got stuff that both got stuff on the side, and you just choosing to go with which one you want.
If you ask me why I voted for her, I can tell you specifically why. And I feel like in my experience, when I ask particularly Black men, and you say like, well, she's going to be better, Trump is going to be better for us. How does Trump benefit you? I very rarely get a response. And I'm not saying right or wrong or anything like that. I'm just trying to understand. I can say why I voted for Kamala, and it's not just because she's a woman. It's not just because she's Black at all. That wasn't why.
Okay, well, let me say this last thing. If Trump was that bad of a person, you wouldn't have to make shit up to make it seem like he was worse than what he was. You would just say exactly what he said, exactly what he did, and let the people judge it for themselves off that basis. You wouldn't have to make it hyperbolic. It don't make sense.
I just always thought it was a no situation. Oh,
so can I add something?
Yeah, but I'm gonna go to the chat.
Hey, angry man.
What's up? This is gonna be unpopular, but the Central Park were not innocent. The Central Park 5 were not innocent.
In what way?
I know I know y'all think they were, especially if you go watch that Netflix series, it makes them look very innocent. But the problem with that is back in the day in the 80s, teenage youth did not go to Central Park to have fun. They went there to beat people up and rob people. And I'm not talking about them specifically. I'm talking about in general. That was a thing back then. If you go and you look at the actual case, look at the actual footage of them talking to the investigators, they weren't coerced. I know what coercion looked like. They were not coerced. What they were doing is a lot of those boys were confessing to the lighter charges because they didn't want to get accused of what happened to the jogger. Now, I'll give you that there was only a couple of them that did something to the jogger, but the other boys were confessing that, oh, I didn't have sex with her. I just held her down. A lot of them were complicit in that situation.
Angry Man, one point of clarification. The 4, the 5, I'm bugging. Those, they admitted to holding her down?
There was a couple of them in the 5 that admitted to it. One of them, the dude that's really tall, the dark-skinned dude, he actually was there with a kitchen knife, and another one was there with a pipe. These were not these. I know y'all want to believe that every time somebody black get accused of something, there is some other issue. That's not what it was. If you go back and you look at the actual video footage of them talking to the police, there was another thing they lied about in the documentary. They said the parents weren't there, and that's how they got coerced. It's not true. The parents were sitting right next to them.
Yeah, the parent gave permission and all that. Yeah,
there's even moments where they turn the camera to the parents, and the parents are sitting there with the face palm because they like, "What are you doing? Why was you out there?"
So, Angry Man, reconcile this for me. Why were they exonerated? Because it seems like it's that way. You know what I mean?
They were never exonerated. That's another misnomer. They weren't exonerated. What ended up happening is you had one dude that confessed to doing the deed himself, right?
Yes.
And he said nobody else did anything. So once they did that, it's kind of like they had already served so much time, they just let him go. You feel what I'm saying?
But it's still on their records?
I'm not sure. I would have to go look. I would have to go look at it. But it's not on their records as an exoneration. It's not on their records as far as that. You feel, which is the main reason why that particular prosecutor is still complaining, wanting them to be back in prison or whatever, right? So the thing about it, there's a lot more to that case than what everybody's talking about. And the unfortunate part about it is everybody tries to saddle Donald Trump with that. If you go and you read the ad that he put out, it wasn't just about them. It was about the park in general. And he was literally saying in it, you can go read it. He said, it has gotten to the point where families, and he said, Black, white, Hispanic, Asian families can't even stroll through the park anymore without worrying about being attacked. So if it was a racist statement, why would he include every race in there saying that they aren't even able to go through the park anymore without being attacked? So everybody tries to make that. It's the same thing with Donald Trump. Everybody takes everything that he says and tries to make him racist. He may be classist, but he's not really racist. And a lot of times people don't understand the distinction between the two. So then you have people saying, oh, he didn't rent to Black people. That's another misnomer. That's another one. Like, we can run down the whole list. But this whole thing with Kamala, and the same way there are certain things that's told about Donald Trump that's not necessarily true. People are sitting up here right now saying stuff about Kamala that's not necessarily true. She's not Black. Y'all need to stop saying that. This woman is she is the daughter of an Indian woman and a Coolie Indian. Anybody that's Jamaican know what a Coolie Indian is. That is not a Black person. Her grandfather one of her grandfathers was literally the biggest slave owner in Jamaica. And everybody's running around saying she's Black. She's not a Black woman. I know y'all want her to be. She's not. She's not. And that's a foolish reason to vote for somebody anyway. It should be about whatever the policies are. So if you're voting for her, if you say, well, I'm voting for her because of my body, my choice, or whatever, it's like, okay, cool, but I don't see why you would do it because of that, because she can't change anything about that. That's set in stone. That is what it is at this point. And you're not losing anything. Like, what are you losing? Only thing happened with that is you lost that at the federal level, and it's now back in the hands of the states.
Okay.
So who was going to take, like, I keep hearing women saying, oh, if Donald Trump get in, he's going to take your rights. How?
Well,
someone explain how he's going to do it.
By giving the federal government the ability to let the state do it.
What? Okay, so number one, bro, first and foremost, the reason why we have certain stuff at the state level is to make it better. The moment you start making things federal across the board, that's when you start having issues. The reason it's at the state level, and most black people don't really understand this, when you're really looking at what affects your life, it's really going to be at the local level. So when everybody's paying attention to, oh, this president, that president, really what you're supposed to be paying attention to is the local level. Who's your council people? Who's your mayor? Who's your alderman? That's where you really affect change is at the local level.
Well,
like
people don't understand that though.
But people got to stop treating elections like football, where you don't watch the whole season, you just wait for the Super Bowl and pick somebody.
Okay, well let me see something. So, Ro, if you agree with that sentiment, Arnold seemingly disagrees. Does anybody else disagree with that sentiment, or what is Trump, or what President Trump is doing to take away rights?
I do.
Okay, so let's do this. Arnold, do you want to expound on that thought, and then we'll get Tay in? What's up,
I just want to say, it seemed like a serious conversation, so I'm gonna get ready to spar.
Right.
I agree with Angry Man for the most. I got
nigga, we know you agree with Angry Man already, nigga.
All right. Can I say it then? Can you get this acknowledgement? All right.
All right. All right, let's go Arnold. Then we'll go to Tay, and then I think Asia wants to say something.
Yeah. So I guess
real quick, sorry. Let me recalibrate it. So Angry Man, if you don't mind, let Arnold get his 2 cents, then Tay, then you could jump back in, then we'll go to Love. I'll be right back.
So the way I look at it is, when they talk about states' rights, right? State rights, all of that originates with slavery and the Civil War. It's a dog whistle. So when we talk about states' rights and we're talking about abortion, the ability to let the state, right, like dictate what abortion is why, right, those Christians were okay with voting for Donald Trump, because that's what they wanted to get from it. That was a single issue. They said, hey, he might not be a righteous man, but we would vote for him because we know he is going to deliver this for us, and it mattered to do it at the federal level. So they in their states, they could do away with abortion. That's what was important to them, and that's what they did it. So the federal government matters because they could take away that safety net to protect the rest of the country. So when they say states' right, it means something. It's a dog whistle and goes back to slavery.
From what? The ability to delete babies?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
I'll be on the same page with that.
Okay, so that's not, first of all, okay. Here's the problem with this. The problem with that, bro, is as much as they want to jump up there and say reproductive rights to try to soften it and make it seem like it's not what it is. If you go look at the balance sheet of Planned Parenthood, the vast majority of their profits come from the child deletions. There's very little profit that they're getting from reproductive health care. Okay, so if this
what's the point you're making? What's the point you're making? Are you saying that child deletion is bad, right?
The point.
I don't believe that.
The point that, well, of course you don't. Well, of course,
it's not a bad thing.
Well, of course you don't believe it's a bad thing. You're not a woman and you don't have a uterus or a womb. So number one, you don't even know what you're talking about when it comes to that. When you have a large portion of women, especially in our community, utilizing that as birth control, that is not good, bruh. It's not a good thing.
So what's the alternative? Is having unwanted babies
No, the alternative is acting like you got some damn sense and being responsible sexually. That's the alternative.
Yes. Why are we like that? That's too
much.
So you telling me
one at a
time? You telling me that
I know, but what did him say? He said Tay was next because they've been going back and let Tay speak.
They have been for a minute, they were doing their discourse. They were doing their discourse. But Tay, go ahead. You can jump in.
Nah, they got it. Y'all go ahead.
Girl. Okay. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm asking, like, why when Angry Man said that, everybody made that face like that is not what's like, that is killing babies.
No, I'm just saying using as birth control.
Real quick, the face I made.
Hyperbolic.
Let me be very clear about the face I made when he said just be responsible.
Yes,
it takes two to tango. It takes two to make a baby. So
and guess what? I didn't.
That's why I made that.
I didn't exclude the men.
Exclude the men.
I didn't exclude the men.
Well, you put it off on the woman getting abortions, and so it implied that it was all on her. It was implicated.
So men can get abortions.
Hold on. But the fact that you didn't explicitly say men and women need to have responsible sex, it was implied. It was all on her.
Well, you know what? My bad. Ladies, keep having irresponsible raw dog sex, and y'all continue having the highest STI rate.
No, what is irresponsible sex?
Irresponsible. What?
I'm asking you a question, Angry Man. It's just a question.
Just answer it, Angry Man.
Just a question.
Wait a minute. First of all, y'all not gonna gaslight me like y'all ain't adult.
Gaslighting you. I'm just asking.
No. Y'all not gonna gaslight me like we not all adults, and most of y'all are in my age bracket. You know what responsible sex is.
But we want to make sure we're all on a level playing field, Angry Man. All we're saying is define it so we're all on the same page with this conversation.
Responsible sex is when, if I was a young single dude and you a young single woman and we decide to have sex, we have a conversation. Hey, do you got any condoms? Yeah, I got some condoms. Or no, I want to go raw. Hell no, you ain't going raw. You done lost your mind. You better go to the store and get a condom. That's responsible sex. Unless you are actively planning to have a child, you should be strapping up, and the woman should be making sure you're strapping up. Because that's the part we leave out. We'll tell the men, you better strap up, but I never hear y'all telling the women, you better make these dudes wear condoms, because we all know if the woman say, hey, you ain't getting none until you go get a condom, that Negro will run out of there with his pants around his ankles on his way to the store. Let's be real.
So let's be more real. Let's be real. Let's go on the same vein. Let's stay on this same street then. Let's be real. If you don't want to have babies and or child support, that's the biggest thing, child support, then you make sure that you're strapped up. Don't leave it in her hands, because you are equally responsible. Make sure you're strapped up.
I just wanted to interject, Angry Man. The reason why I asked that is because this is the realm of work that I work in, and what you may deem to be sexually responsible may not be the same as someone else. That's why I asked. I wasn't disagreeing with you. I'm asking just to understand where your headspace is, because again, what you may think is responsible sex, the next person may not.
Well, that's what is responsible sex to somebody who works in the sexual.
That's the problem. We need to bring back. We need to bring back standards. And by the way, love, don't think that I don't know that you're showing out because of them shades. I just want to say that. But we got to bring back standards, okay? Because guess what? When I was in school, long time ago, and some of y'all was in school, we was taught what responsible sex was, wasn't we? I remember us being taught because of the AIDS epidemic. We always taught being responsible.
But they hold up. It out of schools now because the parents were complaining.
They did?
Yeah.
Wow.
But then you can bring back all the other stuff that they put in there.
Hold up. Go ahead.
So the parents were complaining, even with the permission slips, because they'll give you permission slips to say you want your child to be part of the class so they can learn. So there were parents complaining about that, just like there were parents complaining about books about sex. So
we got rid of sex education. We got rid of cursive writing. What else we gonna get rid of in schools?
I mean, but those were those Republicans that didn't want that stuff taught.
Well, they didn't want what they didn't want is they didn't want the books that were actually they felt coercing children to lean towards a certain type of sexuality.
Well, no, Angry Man, because I sat on a panel where they gave us a book because there were parents complaining, and at the end of the day, if it's not coercing them but actually teaching them the lesson, I still think that that's a lesson to be taught. And if you're taking the information out of the schools, again, like you said, we were taught by reading books, taking the class. If you're taking the class, you're taking the books that are teaching them what happens, the consequences. That's an issue because they're not getting information.
There's a gulf. There's a grand canyon-sized gulf between teaching safe, responsible sex and teaching homosexuality.
Well, we were talking about sex. We're not talking about homosexuality.
Can't teach it.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. The books that include that.
Well, I understand that, but we're talking about sexual education books that parents were complaining about and asking to take out of the school, including the classes with permission slips. So
well, that's a little extreme. Like it would depend on the age of the children, and to take all of the books out that have sexuality in it or nudity in it, that's a little extreme in my opinion.
I agree with you, but that's what's happening currently. Because I have kids in schools. That's what was happening currently. So
it didn't have nothing to do with the sexuality. It didn't have nothing to do with that stuff. That's what you're saying. None of that was in the book.
That was like an addition to. But remember, it started with the sex. They didn't want the classes being taught. Like I said, even if you had a permission slip, because the school districts was like, well, okay, we'll do permission slips. If you don't want your child to take the class, then they don't have to take the class. Then they moved to, the books are promoting sex. Then it moved to, oh no, and we're fighting homosexuality. So it was like they were moving up and up and up to take these books out of the school instead of, again, looking at things like Angry Man said in a broad perspective and say, look, we do not want homosexuality books in the school. But then it was just like they just went level to level up.
So it wasn't no proof that the homosexuality was in the books at the time when they said
no, y'all can go watch 60 Minutes. There's an episode of 60 Minutes where you have a bunch of parents down in Florida who started out. I feel like the book, I don't even, it was like a little kid book that I think we all read, and they wanted it out of the school.
Did Tay go?
Tay didn't want to go up. Tay didn't want to go, but I was going to give Trigger Mike a chance because Tay said she didn't want to go.
Well, she need to go.
Oh, okay. Well,
so Tay, I think your perspective is uberly important because of how invested you seemingly are and how inflammatory this whole thing is. So we need that perspective to understand it more thoroughly. Like Alex is invested, but Ro is more into government and politics and policy. So she kind of desensitized to what happens. She's just looking at the results for what they are, looking at the stats, etc. But your perspective is important, so we need it, even if it's difficult.
Yeah, no worries. I wanted them to get it out. I didn't want to interrupt.
That's what she said.
But yeah, no, I hear a lot. And I'm thinking, what the fuck is happening? Like, what is going on? But I just, Black men really play a crucial role in supporting Black women right now and navigating the potential changes that are going to bring about like life because of these policies that y'all don't believe in, are going to happen. and change. Mental health, reproductive rights, healthcare, everything is at stake right now. Well, was at stake, and I feel like just in solidarity, we didn't stand together. I'm not surprised. I'm very disappointed, but I'm not surprised at all, because y'all, like, what are y'all even talking about? Y'all talking about gay, y'all so anti-gay, anti-black woman, anti-everything love, that it's just, oh yeah, we gonna go with the Adolf, let's get him again. Like, y'all don't understand what you're doing for your babies. These are your little girls. I don't have kids, so I'm very affected by what's happening right now.
What rights are the little girl babies getting taken from them?
So I understand.
What's the effect? Even if it's not, well, Tay, real quick before, even if it's not rights, what's the assumed or presumptive effect on the little girls?
So the choice to, so for instance, again, I don't have godchildren and nieces, right? So say God forbid something happens to them and they are great, right? And they become impregnated because of said grape. And they can't now get rid of the child because of a certain law in their state, because I know federal, state, and local works different. Okay, I work at the federal level, so I understand how that breakdown works. But I'm nervous, and I'm really like, I know we shouldn't live our life in fear, but I'm afraid for our little girls and what this could mean for our future.
Okay,
that's all. Like,
number one, he's not Adolf.
Yeah, well, he might as well be.
Hold on, wait, no, because we got to be clear about something. Okay.
I thought I wasn't finished, but okay, go ahead.
Go ahead and finish.
Go ahead. Go ahead. He was paid off. So now
no, it's fine. So look, so you said reproductive or the ability to choose, right? Is there any? Okay, we understand that. Is there anything else? Because we kind of talk about that one quite often.
Yes, I was just saying how Black men could support, just in terms of mental health awareness, educating and uplifting us right now, not telling us how we feel doesn't matter, and that we should support the white man. It's all because we didn't vote for her because she's a Black woman. You didn't vote for her because she's a Black woman. There's a difference.
Okay.
So
number one, she's not a Black woman. Number two, every single one of the candidates that you love so much are married to white men. So they can't be that damn evil. Every one of them. She's married to a white man. Even the people on that side, like Don Lemon, that are gay, are married to white men.
Okay. So
number one, first of all, black men are tired. Black men are tired of everything always being about Black women uplifting y'all, following y'all, supporting y'all. We're sick of it. Okay. What Black men did this time is they voted for their interests.
They voted for Trump.
Black men work. Black men have to work. Black men have to work. So we're going to vote for somebody that's going to do something for the damn economy. Not somebody that's going to run around here, not someone that's going to run around here fear-mongering about exceptions to that rule. Because at the end of the day, the exceptions you just talked about are the rarest cases. The vast majority of that rule is being used as birth control, not the exceptions. Not to mention the fact Donald Trump has stated very clearly that he is not against the exceptions. He stated that clearly. Next thing, like I said, next thing, this thing about Adolf, okay? The reason why it's so egregious to call somebody by that name is because that dude was guilty of genocide. Meanwhile, y'all are voting for somebody who's promoting genocide. 20 million.
Promoting. Well, wait, hold on. Since you want to sit there and fact check, tell me Promoting is a strong word. Promoting is like saying you should, you need to. That's promoting. I think you all should do this. That's kind of strong.
They had an abortion bus outside of the convention center. How is that not promoting?
Angry man, can we have a discourse without you hollering? Listen to my question first.
Well, excuse me.
I miss you too, but hold on.
Excuse me for caring about the amount of black children that have been killed since 1970.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. You're not gonna sit there and get the emotional support and sit there saying you for caring about black children. Don't do that. I'm saying you and I have a discourse.
I'm not.
And let's have a conversation. So we're gonna talk, right? I ain't hollering at you. I don't feel like hollering.
Fuck black children. That's what you saying?
No, fuck black boys.
Here you go. That's fear.
It's fuck black women. That's what
it is.
That you talked about is what you're doing. Don't fear monger. Don't sit there and try to appeal to this.
It's fear black boys.
Right, well, as we try to have a better conversation, hopefully when we move forward, just so you know, here 73% of black men voted for Harris.
Majority, yes. That's
second most.
Do we have any stats, Hamp, on how many people didn't vote? Black people?
I can try to look. I'll do my due diligence right now.
70% didn't vote.
How much?
I don't think
almost 76% of black people didn't vote.
How many registered voters?
Yeah, I'll try to find it and I'll show it. In the meantime, go ahead, Asia. You say you want to talk to Angry Man?
Yeah. Just real quick. I just wanted to have a conversation. So you're saying she promotes genocide or promoting abortions and promoting? I think that's a very strong word, and that's the kind of thing that you were speaking against a few minutes ago, right? And so what's good for the goose is good for the gander. Don't fearmonger and say she's promoting abortion.
So,
now, but hold on, sir. Give me a second. I promise I'll be quick. I'm gonna be concise. I promise. But I think we should have a timer though too, Ham, because Angry Man can go on and on and on and on and on. And in certain circumstances, that's a good thing. And this one, it ain't.
As she goes on and on and on.
Yeah, let's condense our points so we can get everybody in.
So I think that we have to be very careful when saying promoting abortion versus actually saying, you have the right to do it. She's not going out and saying, I think it's great for women to get abortion and you should get an abortion. Just be very careful. So I'm saying just be very careful with your words, and that's it. That's all. That's because you were trying to push back on Tay about calling him Adolf. She's promoting abortion. So
She ran on it.
Was she running on promoting abortion or was it reproductive rights?
She ran on that platform. You can call it whatever you want to call it.
No, because there's a difference. Because reproductive rights is more than just abortion. No, Angry Man. No.
There isn't. No, there isn't.
Reproductive rights is more than just
difference. Yes, it is. Yo, check this out.
Someone with the vagina, I'm telling you that reproductive rights is more than just abortion.
Check this out. They can get on TV and tell y'all whatever they want to tell y'all. It ain't no difference.
As someone who's in it, I'm telling you what it is. It is more than just abortions. It is.
Yo, we can literally pull up the balance sheet for Planned Parenthood choices. The bulk of their revenue comes from abortions. Stop playing with me.
Okay,
hold on. Oh my God.
Do you think that because now that Donald Trump is in presidency, do you think abortions are going to stop?
No.
Okay. So if you don't think they're going to stop, right? And we know they're not going to stop. We know they're not. So why hang your hat on that then? Like, why are you all not? And I don't mean to say you all, but I'm gonna say you all. Why are you all hanging your hat on that then? If you know they're not going to,
it is as ridiculous. It is as ridiculous as all of us black men promoting a candidate whose entire platform is based off of being a deadbeat dad.
Who's a deadbeat dad? I'm sorry. Say what? I'm sorry. I missed that.
You ain't paying attention.
Who's a dead? Well, I just got on because I was outside. So who's a deadbeat dad?
Her dad. Kamala's dad.
The idea of running a platform based off of abortion and women going ham for that. is the equivalent of having a male candidate whose platform is about men not taking care of babies.
Yeah.
And all of us cheering for it.
Yeah. I don't think she ran her platform off of abortion. Like, I don't healthcare, middle class, small business.
So
You know,
let me offer this real quick, right? So Tay's sentiment is like our little black girls are in trouble, right? Now that Trump has won. Agreed? Is that fair? Just to surmise it?
No, but yeah.
But Ham.
No, sorry. Hold on. I'm talking about Tay, what Tay said, not what it is, what Tay said.
Yeah.
Right. So the ideology is now that he's there, we can't even abort the babies if we need to. So in turn, the ideology is if Kamala wins, you're able to do that thing. Just based on how I'm hearing it, because it's not actually true. You can still get abortions depending on where you live.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing, right? And this is where the disingenuousness is coming from. Whenever the rhetoric is in favor of them, they're willing to gaslight and play these little games. When it's not in favor of you, you see right through it. What was the war on crime really about? The war on crime, or was it about locking niggas up?
Locking niggas up.
Okay. So if we're smart enough to know that politicians put certain phrases out there to hide certain things, why are we sitting here acting like her platform wasn't about that? It was about reproductive rights. What politician is taking women's reproductive their healthcare rights?
The same one grabbing us by the pussies. Right. The one you voted for. What are you talking about?
You have lost your rabbit ass.
You lost your body.
He does not have the ability. He does not have the ability as president to take your healthcare rights.
Yes, he does.
Have you read President 2025 in its entirety? Have you read it?
That's not his. That's not his.
He can say that Medicaid won't pay for it.
They won't cover your birth control.
So again, you're talking about so when a woman goes to get health care, you're telling me it's going to be like Jim Crow, where they're going to tell her you can't come in here.
You asked me what he can control. He can't control that.
All health
what
care,
what Medicaid pays for.
The state controls that.
So the state does not control Medicaid.
Yes, they do. It's a state.
Hey, Mike.
No, it's not, Trigger Mike.
Federal
government. Guys, here's the thing. You guys are overrunning Arnold's point, and I think this is a more valid point for the discourse. Arnold, what are you saying in terms of Medicaid? Because I don't know.
So Medicaid goes to every state and is funded by the federal government. They get to pick and vote in the Congress and the Senate on what Medicaid pays for. Yes. If they don't think it should pay for those type of things, deletions, they can put that in the bill, which they have things like that are built into the bill already.
And it's not just to add on to
what. How is it women ain't able to pay for it? How is it women ain't able to pay for it themselves? I thought women was getting to the bag.
No,
I thought you said they couldn't control anything.
Which one is it? Either black women,
but Angry Man, but that's a separate argument, though. The argument is about what they can control.
Argument. It's not
getting to the go add on to it, Alice. What I'm saying is getting to the bag doesn't talk to what can be controlled by the president and the legislative branch. Those are two separate things.
It's not two separate things, because the only way this is an issue is if you're in a situation where you can't pay for it yourself.
Yeah, and what we know is we're below the poverty line.
Are we?
Yeah, as a whole.
Majority, yeah.
I mean, because every time we had this conversation about who's making money, I keep hearing all these women talk about black women are the most educated. They're opening up the most businesses. They're getting to the bag.
Yeah,
so which one is it?
But we to
the bag or they broke. Which one is it?
But we know that's not true. So
basically, it's a welfare argument.
But I want to add on Angry Man.
Let me first apologize. I interrupted Alex. So let's do this. Alex, get your point off. Then Love, you go straight away. I'm gonna read these super chats, and then we got to get Trigger in as well.
So
we don't have
to.
to. We gotta get him in.
Adding on to what Arnold said, when it comes to Medicaid,
get Trigger Mike in.
Understand that Medicaid gets to pick and choose what they want to. So when we're talking about reproductive rights, we are talking about various types of birth control. Is it a pill? Is it an IUI? The type of birth control that you have. Also, the type of care that a woman receives when she is pregnant, okay? Prenatal care. Every state is not created equal. All hospitals are not created equal. Okay, all doctors do not have to take you because you have Medicaid. That is something that they have to opt into. So that also is a huge issue when it goes ahead and we are talking about reproductive rights. Okay, the Black maternal death rate is extremely high, and it's not high because our bodies are any different. It is high. It is high due to the access of care that is available for us in some of these states that we live in. So when you have this conversation, understand that it is more than just abortion. And when you're going and you're speaking about, excuse me, wait a minute, let me finish. Man, let me finish, okay? And when we're considering these women that are having abortions, sit down and take the time to think, why is abortion your immediate response, as opposed to why don't you have access to go ahead and get birth control? Why don't you have any access to go ahead and get proper care that you need to prevent these situations? And family planning is not just for the woman, it is also for the man. It is a two-way decision. So I'm gonna need you all to stop acting like that, because y'all are all fine and dandy when y'all are nutting up in it, and then y'all are killing babies.
Okay. So first of all,
Angry Man, you gotta let Asia get in.
Yeah. So I'm just going to very concisely piggyback of what Alex said. The fear mongering that's being done about this whole reproductive rights thing is they keep on talking about abortion because that's fear mongering, deleting Black children, deleting Black babies. No, it's also, Alex said, about birth control, the pills, any type, whatever. The what's it called? The little dab thing, the Depo-Provera, all different types. It's more than just so. Let's not use the fear mongering. You keep interrupting me, angry man. You got to stop trying to interrupt people.
It's just women dictate to men. It's just women dictate to men.
You know who I like to do this anyway.
So it's just women dictate to men.
Birth control anyway. It's not just about abortion. And you're using the fear-mongering tactics to get people on your side, to get the men on your side, the evangelical Christians on your side. It's
20 million babies is not fear-mongering. 20 million babies is not fear-mongering.
It is. It's also
it is not. It is not.
Talking about getting Depo-Provera.
That is more Black babies. That is more Black people than the slave trade. That is more Black people dying from the slave trade.
And that's a part of the problem that we have now. And that's why we don't see eye to eye.
No, part of the problem we have now is you Black folks have forgot your damn Christian roots and you about to bust hell wide open. That's where we're at. That's where we're at. That's where we're at. Part of the problem is you Black folks have forgot your Christian roots, and y'all out here freaking sacrificing babies. That's what y'all out here doing. If you really want to be honest, so you can talk all of this crap about reproductive rights. That ain't what it's about. It's about broke ass chicks in the hood being irresponsible with their box and then running down there to Planned Parenthood for birth control as far as deleting their babies. Or y'all gonna act like Margaret Sanger did not create Planned Parenthood for the purpose of getting rid of niggas. And then all these years later, 20 million babies gone, and then y'all will be the same ones complaining about our small population in this damn country like you was doing a few minutes ago when you said, well, all these white people, it's so many of them, when they vote, they gonna get their way. Well, guess what? You wouldn't have that problem if you didn't have a whole school of women deleting our lineage. Fuck out of here with that stupid
niggas,
ass.
You done? Niggas, you done hollering?
Nigga, is you done? Nigga, is you done?
You done hollering and screaming?
Is your sister's done?
I know your microphone.
Let me read my super chats real quick.
Ain't your boy, get some water.
Asia, your mic is not in. You got to check your StreamYard setting.
It's in, but I know.
Salute the Artichoke Hope. Alexis from Texas been a member for 7 months. Howdy, y'all, and sis. Yeah, sis was tired. Living humbly, Shalom Ak with a $5 says, "Get well soon." Yeah, man, I'm almost there, man. Mrs. Wilcox, what's up, man? I ain't seen you in a month for Sundays. Been a member for 11 months. Daily Living with the $2. This score was fire. Join today. Shit like that.
Shit like that. Shit like that.
Indeed,
Shit
that
like
shit
that.
was popping today. I ain't gonna hold you. My young boy Hakeem with the 50 ball says, "OG, here's some barbecue potato chips and pamper money for you. P.S. Please keep Tiff off." No, Tiff was cooking in the Discord today. I think she all out of fuel today, man. Salute to my brother Hakeem for the first 50 ball of the day.
And when I'm feeling broke, E and J by my side, Henny like $40. This shit like
My G. Marcus Evans with the $5 says, "What up to everyone on the panel? The ladies are big because their girl, big mad, I guess, because their girl lost. That's all. Just take the L, ladies. Laugh out loud." Harrison was popping, my brother. Gray on the grind with the $5 says, "The majority of Hispanics only agree on this one thing. They dislike Argentinians and think Mexicans are the lowest class. They don't agree on much." The Baron Experience, what up, my brother with the $10 says, "For the past 5 decades at least, black people are the only group that vote 80 to 90% for a single party. There is no diversity of thought. What would that be called? Social programming?"
Exactly what it is.
Eli with the $5 says, "I'm an independent that voted Trump, and I believe in God and family values, and Kamala denied God. I could never vote for her." Jay Miller with the $5 says, "Can y'all please tell me why we need to vote for Democrats every fucking election? What have they done for us?" In parentheses, specifically, in your lifetime. You can answer that once I get through. Key was popping with the $2 says, "We have to grow up." HQ with the $5 says, White House facts. White House facts. Blacks, all the things Biden did for black folks. Give this election debacle a year. Minorities are gonna feel the fuckery. Gabe A with the $5 says, "More risk and cheaper work. The customer is taking the risk. That has nothing to do with Trump's policies." My OG guy, what's up? He said, "Let's go, Ham." He said, "Panel open." Thank you, OG. HQ with the $10 says, "Anybody know why Biden stopped Trump's immigration policy?" Trump placed barbed wire in a river nearby. The infants, moms, and kids were getting snagged and dying underwater. This is the policy y'all voted for. I've never heard that before. Jay Miller with the $5 says, Blacks were Republicans after slavery. Educate yourself, please." Caesar Powers with the $5 says, "The Dems tried to make illegals American citizens. Why do y'all think all jobs cannot be touched? It's not just going to be jobs y'all don't want." HQ with the $5 says, "We're going to give our police their power back," quote unquote. He told rally goers in Waukesha, "and we're going to give them immunity from prosecution." HQ with the $5 says, "His renting history is immaterial. Central Park 5 is immaterial. He is unfit to breathe decent air, let alone be president." RNC with the $5 says, Senator Graham from South Carolina will push for a national abortion ban." Baron with the $2 says, "Is the panel closed? Can people come up?" I just dropped the link. HQ with the $10 says, "He said he won't sign a ban. What is stopping him from doing so? Nothing. He signs anything that makes him look good to his base. Now all states can ban it. Then no one can have an abortion. Women will die." RNC with the $5 says, "Should women with miscarriages be forced to carry a fetus to term?"
That's HQ if she willing to bet $1,000 that he doesn't sign a ban.
HQ with the $5 says, well, I sent her the link. According to the OT, FEMA, Department of Education, ACA, SS, and MED calls y'all voted for the OT. People
Old
are.
Testament, I think, right?
I don't know.
I think
She should have spent $10. We would know. People are in peril.
I'm curious, how much peril was HQ in? Because he was
We
president.
can't interrupt super chats. Hangry man, hold on. Write it down. Write notes down. Hold on.
Hey, look. First of all, love, I don't care how much your shades cost. I'm gonna need you to relax.
Them shits is expensive. People are in peril. Watch the fuckery begin after January 20th. HQ with the $2 says orange thug. Oh, okay, that's what that means. Wide Nose Chronicles with the 20 ball. Welcome. He says it's amazing that some of these black dudes still saying wash Trump. He's racist. Happy to see most black men know what by the numbers that voted for her. Angry man is loud and wrong. They want to ban contraceptions. Salute the wide nose for the first 20 ball of the day.
Yeah, he's gonna ban contraception. Like, yo, the media has turned y'all into lunatics.
More super chats.
Literally.
More super chats.
Jay Miller with the $5 says, if y'all fought half as hard to use condoms as you do to delete kids, this would not be a big an issue as y'all make it.
Preach.
Carlisle Tom was popping with the $5 says, I would have thought that black women would have been in support of no abortion. I remember when dudes were directing women to go to the clinic.
And they ain't shit either.
HQ with the $2 says, this the gaslighting that Orange Thug did during his campaign. Callie Bev with the $10 says, this chick in Texas just died because her dead fetus poisoned her. She was turned away twice for abortion services. Third time, they waited too long and she died.
Okay, and nobody is saying that
He's almost
done.
Yeah,
He's
that one
almost
don't
done.
make no sense. Aaron with the $5 says, I would like all the pro-choice people to answer this question. Would Mustache Man side with Trump or Kamala when it comes to reproductive rights? Wide Nose with the $5 says, angry man loud and wrong. A quick Google search says her father is Afro-Jamaican. Again, they want to outlaw contraceptions that prevent pregnancy.
Did this nigga say a Google search?
Yeah. LeGarrette with the $10 says, ask yourself why the Democrats never promote true family rights and women care on paternity care and paternity leave, always identity and sexual politics, never true essence of the family unit. RNC with the $5 says, angry man, did the government implement Jim Crow?
The Democrats did.
State.
Jay Miller with the $2 says, black women in an uproar over kick. I don't really want to say that. Deleting kids is wild. LeGarrette with the $10 says, Project 2025 is the 9th iteration of the Mandate of Leadership series, published in 1981. This has nothing to do with Trump, just media propaganda and fear mongering. Damn, I didn't know that. Thanos was right, been a member for 4 months. Says, it's crazy that they will get on a flight to get a BBL, but won't get on a flight to delete their kids if their state doesn't allow it. Jesus. John Henry with the $10. What's up, John? Says, Alex, a better question is, why would a woman be having unprotected sex if she wasn't looking to have children with the dude who got you pregnant? Just a thought. HQ with the $2 says, not all of us are Christian. Stop it. Callie Bev with the $5 says, Planned Parenthood provided services to help keep my babies. I don't give a fuck about Margaret Singer. Tim with the $5 says, ladies on the panel, y'all know it's about deletion. Stop playing. Aaron with the $5 says, I wish we had numbers on interracial couples and how many had abortions. I'm pretty sure that the numbers would be low. Where's Fantastic at the aka brother? Billy Goat with the $2 says, close your damn legs as I would tell a daughter. LeGarrette with the $5 says, LBJ said he will have Negroes voting Democrat for the next 100 years. LeGarrette with the $5 says Obama was the deporter in chief. He started putting kids in cages, not Trump. Tim with the $5 says libtards want to keep black people depending on the government to keep us down. John Henry with the 20 ball says Angry Man, just to be fair, Planned Parenthood isn't just about abortion. It's also about provides fertility treatment for couples looking to have children. Unfortunately, low socioeconomic status feeds abortion.
Guess what? And privatized prisons give niggas 3 hots and a cot. What's your point?
RNC with the $2. Angry Man and David Duke both support Trump. David Duke still alive?
No, he gone.
Yeah. Tim with the $5 says, love, if I wasn't married, you would be mine. Don't tell my wife. RNC with the $5 says, Amber Thurman, a 28-year-old mother, died after she couldn't access legal abortion care in Georgia.
That was a lie. And the family confirmed that was a lie. Again, just like this bullshit in Texas is probably a lie too, and there's no factual things to back it up.
And probably a lie though.
Mr. Fantastic, be quiet. That mother and that
the Georgia case was a lie. Her family came out and talked against it. Her family came out and said it was a lie. Her own family came out and said it was a fucking lie. Her own family came out and said it was a lie. And not to use her death for fucking political fodder.
Stop lying, because I just were on the news the other night.
The Georgia family? The Georgia family.
There's a couple deaths. There's a couple deaths.
Lying on those people's families.
Yeah,
you fucking lying.
There's a few different ones, right?
Yeah, there's a few.
The coach clinician with the $7.77 says Angry Man is correct. So-called black Christians say they love Jesus, but sacrifice their babies to Molech. John Henry with the $5 says, people, the Democrat Party that instituted Jim Crow is the equivalent to today's Republican Party.
No, it's not.
Book Eric now with the 20. This is Eric. Can I join? Yeah, we gotta create some spots. I'm not staying.
I'm ahead. You can get you put me in my spot.
Can I just say this real quick about there was a statement. There was a statement that was made earlier that I never got to address.
Go ahead.
He was talking about the states, right?
Yeah.
First, it being at the federal level. First of all, when you start talking about, oh, well, the states instituted Jim Crow, instituted this, instituted that, right? First of all, that was the entire reason that they created the 14th Amendment to the Constitution, because there actually was states that were using a legal loophole to continue practicing slavery, Jim Crow, all of that.
Yeah.
So when they created the 14th Amendment to the Constitution, that was put in place so that even if states do certain things, there's certain inalienable rights, there's certain things that cannot be violated just because a state decides to do something. So this idea, like what's really annoying is I feel like a lot of people didn't pay attention in civics class. There's certain things that presidents can do and there's certain things they can't do. And y'all are talking about fear mongering. What Kamala was doing was fear mongering. Okay. The Supreme Court is the highest court in the land, which means when they overturn Roe v. Wade, it's a wrap. It's now back at the state level. Kamala getting in office was not going to change that. She wasn't going to be able to bring it back to the federal level. And even if she tried to do it some other legislative way, she wouldn't have got the votes for it. I guarantee you it's going to be at the state level for the rest of our lives. She couldn't have changed it. That's why it was her trying to emotionally activate all of you women.
Yep.
And I can I ask a quick question to everybody? And you guys said that it wasn't about abortion; it was about birth control. Why did she never once mention birth control, and they only focus on abortion? Y'all keep claiming that one of her main campaigning points was abortion and Roe v. Wade. Why y'all up here being either obtuse or just I don't even understand it. This is why this is so frustrating to hear. The whole thing is about fucking Roe v. Wade is abortion. Which again is a minority situation, was only up to maybe 25% of people even go to abortion. And why the hell are all you living ass fucking women fighting for fucking abortion? Your ass living, ain't you? You here, ain't you? If your mama said today, hey, you know what? I didn't have abortion as an option. You know, I really didn't want to have you. You gonna motherfucking get yourself up out of here? Fuck no. So y'all got here with this bullshit, bro. Like it's just fucking ridiculous. It's disgusting, bro. 20 million lives. Y'all complaining about fucking voting and all this other shit, and fucking Hispanics have surpassed us and going to continue to surpass us. And y'all worried about and are mad because you don't have the opportunity to, like you said, to get babies up out of there when you just don't get pregnant. How about that one?
By ourselves, we're not asexual.
Yeah, exactly. No. Again, where are the female condoms? And love, you ran from the fucking question. Oh, what about the men? What? No, fuck the men. It's your pussy. It's your pussy. It's your responsibility.
Hey, let me do this.
You have to talk. Like, come
Go
on.
ahead. Yeah. So here's what's gonna happen. We're gonna lose out because like Alex gotta go, Ro gotta go. So I recommend y'all kind of let them get in and y'all can concisely rebut anything they have. Otherwise, there's gonna be a lot of people that kind of agree as we go on. Where in Ro, you said it. Did you say who you voted for?
I said, and I said why. I said because voting across the board now, where the House, the Senate, the presidency are all ran by the Republicans, there are no checks and balances. Despite what Angry Man is saying as far as not alien rights on the state level, Congress at this point, if the Republicans get the House, the Senate, and the presidency, there are no checks and balances. There are no checks and balances.
You know that's not
false. I can't believe you're a grown ass woman saying that.
What do you mean? Well, let's do this.
Woman. Wait,
Bro,
I'm a grown ass motherfucking woman with a
that don't know what the fuck she talking about. That don't know fucking elementary level fucking civics and goddamn social
No,
studies.
let's ask this question.
I got a motherfucking master's degree in fucking public.
And you don't know shit. And you wasted your money. And you wasted your fucking money. And you wasted your money.
We can't even have a conversation.
Give a fuck about your weak ass degree and you that dumb. You a degree with a you a dummy with a fucking degree.
Get up on here, you fucking.
You a dummy with a degree.
Give me a second. Ro, what do you mean by there's no checks and balances? Explain that part.
No checks and balances, Hamp, because if the president wants something done, yes, they're gonna go. Maybe they'll go.
Oh, so now it's maybe.
Like I said, maybe they will go through procedural processes to pass laws, but I doubt it, because if you look at the last time that he was in office, everything that they, and I'll just use the most recent one, when they wanted to pass the immigration law,
get a refund for that fucking master's degree.
The last time that they were going to pass that immigration law, he made a phone call and they stopped the shit.
That's a lie.
That's true. That's true. That's not true either.
It's a lie.
That's true. Stop
letting the media tell you.
Angry Man, he got
Democrats voted against that bill.
Who he called?
Check this out, Ro. Check this out. If Donald Trump, as a private citizen, can pick up the phone and call somebody and stop something that Joe Biden and Kamala was doing, then guess what? They not fit to be. Can I please finish? Let me finish my thought. If he can pick up the phone call as a private citizen and stop something that Congress got going on or that Joe Biden and Kamala got going on, they're not fit for office.
Well, if that's the case,
okay. Now here's the other thing. Here's the other thing. You're talking about checks and balances, right? Okay, so the president can sign executive orders to do certain things to a degree, right? When you're talking about him having the House and him having the Senate, all of the Republicans are not a monolith. They're not all just going to go in favor. They're not all just going to, when he was in office before, when he was in,
like him.
Can I please finish? Like, Yo, oh my God. Our media needs to be stopped.
Yeah,
They
man.
have turned y'all into raving lunatics.
Can I get in here? Can I get in here, please?
You really believe that he's about to be a dictator?
Okay.
You really believe this shit?
I do.
She doesn't understand checks and balances.
Can I get in, y'all?
I do.
I mean, in terms of monolith, good evening, everybody. Good evening.
Peace.
The only monolith in the United States of America are black women. 92% vote.
Oh, here we go.
One way. No, I'm actually being serious. No, I'm actually being serious. 90. Hold on. 92% of y'all vote one way. That's the only monolith. That is the number one monolithic voting group in the world. Are black U.S. women. Y'all don't have any diversity of thought on anything. So that when you use the term monolith, black women are the biggest monolith in the United States.
And they mad. So
I mean, don't get emotional about what I said. Break it down with facts.
Mike, what are you're making that point? What were you addressing?
No, just to break up the monotony on what Angry Man and Ro were talking about. But now that we got the results, I really want us to stop talking about abortion, and I want us to stop blaming men, because abortion was on the ballot and she still fucking lost. White women are wicked, bro. Because abortion was on the ballot and Trump won more white women than Kamala Harris did. So do you know why we should stop talking about it altogether? Only 25% of women in general will have an abortion before age 45. So 75% of the electorate don't even give a fuck about this issue. But you want me to use my one vote. And let me just be a little sensitive, because I understand. Like, I'm trying to be more emotionally intelligent when I come up here. I understand. I've listened to Ro. I listened to Alex. I know HQ about to be on some shit. And Love. I've listened to y'all, and I've seen y'all passionate about this abortion issue. And I actually understand that as educated women who can articulate yourselves, I understand that if you have a vote, that's what you might use your vote for. That's top of mind for you. Your reproductive rights might be top of mind for you. What I want you to do is explain to me, why the fuck would that be at the top of my mind?
Well,
it's not. Hold on, Trigger Mike. Wait. This is hold on.
Hold on, yo.
Hold on. Wait. Hold on. Wait. I just had a huge fucking epiphany. Ain't fucking both of y'all mothers? You mean to tell me we got fucking mothers that are fucking fighting for fucking?
You sound crazy, fantastic.
Mr. Fantastic, first of all,
you have alive children. You have children that are alive.
Nobody.
Some of y'all more than one.
Just to get back
this
to your
don't
point,
make sense.
I don't think we were saying that was our number one reason for.
I understand why.
So give us the other reason then. So hold on, but don't never.
Hold on, Fantastic. Let me just finish that. So I understand why it's important to you. What I need y'all to understand is it's not important to me at all. I don't think about abortion ever. I don't. I think about, so when people say, how could you vote for Donald Trump? When I think about a candidate, I'm about to be rich. I ain't gonna lie. I looked at the tax bracket chart, like, oh shit, I'm about to be rich. Okay. So I think about property taxes. I think about veterans benefits. He said he's gonna take away taxes for tips, right?
And
he said that. Do you know what that means? You know he's doing that because the Democrats try to put a mandate on Cash App for $600. So I changed my business model to where I'm gonna give my class for free and I'm gonna accept tips at the end of it. You see what I'm saying? I can use these loopholes that he has for my own benefit. I see what he's doing. All right. I don't. The way I see the Democratic Party is they want to take what I make and give it to people who don't work as hard as me. So when you ask me, I want you to understand that I'm smart enough to articulate why I would vote for a candidate that's not even the best. And I want y'all to understand this. Stop trying to weaponize my identity against me. All right. Don't tell me that I'm going to get stopped and frisked. That's why I need to vote for Kamala Harris. It doesn't work. And I want y'all to understand that this already worked on us twice. It worked in 2016. It worked in 2020. Y'all not about to get us the third time. Y'all not about to get us. I do not feel like I don't feel oppressed. I don't. Okay. Property taxes is oppressing me. Car insurance is oppressing me. Talk to me about my real issues and you'll have my ear. That's why I need the women to understand why this happened. This is not just black men's issue. The second best support for Kamala Harris came from black men. So I don't know why y'all yelling at black men. Y'all need to be yelling at these
y'all?
wicked ass. Hold on.
Who is
These
y'all?
wicked ass white women.
He already showed us the stats, and we agreed it was over 70%.
What? Now you cutting me off though?
Yes, I am, because you're up here talking.
Because
no one